Howdy, folks. Welcome to Calvin Vollrath's Fiddle Jubilee. My name is Walter Brennan, and I'm really delighted to be here with you today. Now sit back and enjoy some great music by Canada's fiddling sensation, Calvin Vollrath, and his special guests as they gather virtually to entertain you. Now put your hands together and welcome Mr. Calvin Vollrath. Take it away, Calvin.
Episode number 7 of my Fiddle Jubilee. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, I just finished, we did 19 shows in 20 days. Started in Ontario, went through Quebec, and some more shows in Ontario, then Saskatchewan and Alberta, playing with the one and only Mr. Jeremy Russo. And what a thrill to get back out playing again. That was our first fiddle tour since before the pandemic. So nice to get out and see lots of old friends that we hadn't seen in a few years and meet some new ones. And now I'm delighted to be back here doing the Fiddle Jubilee, number 7. The first tune was a tune that I composed for my grandson, Warren Bain Vance. Hey, what a character he is. As you can see from the photos you've seen, he was a happy kid right from the get-go, always smiling, wanted to be a fiddle player, wants to be a guitar player, and now he's as tall as Papa, 14 years old now, and Warren's World. I hope you enjoyed that. My first guest today, thrilled to have this young gentleman along. I've known him since I'm probably a young teenager. I seen him playing, and he played with so much old-time feel. You could tell that he played for the dances and grew up with that old-time Red River sound. He comes from Winnipeg. His name is Michael Odette. we're going to play a tune that I wrote many years ago called Bonjour, Comment ça va? Everybody put your hands together for Michael Audette.
Bonjour, Michael.
Right on, Michael. That was wonderful. Love your Comment ça va? Hey, I'm going to do an old-time waltz here right now. One that I wrote for a friend of mine from Ottawa. I first met her at the Pembroke Fiddle Park, at the fiddle contest out there. She was playing piano for Bruce Armitage. Her and her sister Linda on the guitar. The Jiggin Twins, they call them. I wanted to write a tune for Anne because she's so supportive and loves the fiddle music so much. This is called Anne Campbell's Waltz.
It's for you, Anne.
Hey, I love the old time waltzes. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And I look forward to seeing you in the near future, I hope. Right now, I'm going to bring up a guest that was on episode number 2 and bring him back here for this one. He originally hails from Winnipeg. He's the son of Patty Kusterock. Patty's like a sister to me. And so when Alex was born, I got to meet Alex when he was just a baby. And he's a great, great player. This past summer, he traveled with the contingents of people from Edmonton over to the Vatican in the whole reconciliation process. And he played fiddle for the Pope. Can you imagine? And now he's here playing fiddle for you. We're going to play a tune that I wrote for a dear friend of mine in the Edmonton area. She runs the dance group called the Métis Child and Family Jiggers. Her name is Florence Gaucher. Here's a good jigging tune called the Florence Gaucher Reel. Put your hands together for Mr. Alex Kusterock. Hey, right on, Alex. That was wonderful. Love it. Hey, that's a good jigging tune right there. I love playing for the Métis dancers in Edmonton, and I'm looking forward to doing that again. And Alex, looking forward to playing with you again real soon. Now we're going to go to another guest. He was on episode number 1, I believe, of the Fiddle Jubilee. His name is Patrick Bell. Found him on the internet during this pandemic that we're going through. So everything, there's a silver lining in everything. And I seen him playing tunes of Calvin and tunes of others. And so we've collaborated on a few, and we're going to play a tune here together right now that Back in, I believe the year was 2019, I've got a good friend, Smiley and Danny Barnhart. They live in Kelowna. They lived in Kelowna, and they were celebrating their anniversary. And Smiley was a big part of coming to Camp Calvin every year as a guitar student, and he could never bring his wife, Danny. And so he thought for their anniversary, why not bring the fiddle camp to his house and have a party? So he brought, well, there was myself, Daniel Gervais, Brian Hebert, Mark Sullivan, Kimberly Holmes, Craig McGregor, my wife Rhea, flew us all out there to play for their anniversary in their house. We all stayed at a hotel, and that morning, the morning of the party, we got together, all the musicians got together in my room. I said, let's write an anniversary waltz for Smiley and Danny. And together, this is the waltz we came up with, and it's called Danny's Smile. Everybody put your hands together for Patrick Bell. Hey, Patrick, that was so good. What a player you are. You play with so much emotion, and I know the world is excited to get to hear you for the next 60, 70 years. Just absolutely wonderful. You haven't got a bigger fan than old Cal here right now. Back when I was a youngster, people would say, "Hey, what do you want to do for a living?" I said, "I want to be a fiddle player. I'm going to be in the music business. I'm going to play fiddle for a living." And I've enjoyed it. That's what I've done all my life, play fiddle, entertain people. I love entertaining. And as much as I do it for the money, I do it because I love to play for people. I love to see their reaction. And March 11th, 2020, boom, we ran into a brick wall when the pandemic was called and musicians couldn't go play anymore. our living our income came to a stop. Had to find a new way to make a living. And that's where the computer came in, and we started doing online workshops and doing some video editing. Had to learn how to do video editing and put these concerts together with friends from around the world. And then that's how this Calvin Vollrath Fiddle Jubilee was born. It was all about me trying to find a new way to make a living. And I've enjoyed it. I missed going to play for the people, and so now I feel like I'm playing for the people. And people are enjoying the show. I see how many views we get. And for 6 months, I've been asking you for a tip or a donation, and to think of it as the price of a ticket. And for those of you that have sent me a tip, a donation, thank you, thank you, thank you. It is greatly appreciated. You're going to be amazed when you hear there's 3 or 4 people that donate something every month. The last 5 months, I have received in total 3 donations per month. And I know how many people are watching the show. And if you can't afford to make a donation, the price of a ticket, I totally understand. This is my gift to you. But if you have it in your budget and you think you could afford $5, if everybody was to send Cal $5 to help me make a living, it would be greatly appreciated. That's all I'm looking for. So if you can find it, all the information's on the screen. Or maybe not send a donation. Go to my website, calvinvollrath.com, and there you will find my CDs. We can mail you CDs. We can mail you music books. Or you can, right on the website there, you can download sheet music. You can download the music books. Every one of my albums is on there, MP3 download. You can be listening to it immediately. Now you'd be purchasing something, and think of that as your price of the ticket for the show. And then you're taking something home as well. Thank you so kindly. If you could do that. And we're going to see how it goes. Next month is going to be December. I'm going to do one more. We're going to see how this month and next month goes. And I may have to reassess and maybe stop doing this show. Thank you. Thank you. It's time to bring up an old video from many, many years ago. And I can't remember who sent me this video, but it comes from the Pembroke Fiddle Park at the Fiddle Contest. I'll tell you what, that Fiddle Park, what a place. Back in, I think this year is 1995, 1994, 1995, something like that, possibly 96. And there was a jam session going on. I'll tell you, there's jam sessions going on at the Fiddle Park 24 hours a day. We were pulling out of the park, I believe it was Saturday night or Sunday night, about 2 o'clock in the morning. And we thought just before we leave, we'd stop into the Dahame tent and have a quick look to see if there was any jamming going on. And there was no jamming going on at all, but I was having a few words with Gerald and Diane when Graham Townsend walked up and said, "Hey, we should play a few tunes." Well, the word got out to everybody. "Hey, Calvin and Graham are jamming over at the Dahame tent." Well, the place packed up. Somebody shot a little video, and here's a little video of Graham and I, along with the wonderful Brian Hebert from Pembroke, playing an old fiddle tune here called "Back Up and Push." I hope you enjoy. I'm playing the harmony part on this. hope you enjoyed that. It was a thrill for me to be playing with Graham Townsend, one of my heroes growing up. Sadly, he's no longer with us anymore. He passed away just a few short years after that, and that was a great memory. We would get to be good friends over the years, and nice to reconnect there at the Pembroke Fiddle Contest.
Hey everyone, hope you're enjoying the show. Before we get to the next tune, I'd just like to tell you a little bit about how I know Calvin and what his music has done for my fiddling. I met Calvin officially in 2008, but I feel like I've known him pretty much my whole life. Ever since I started music, my grandpa's had a stack of records and tapes. A lot of them were Calvin's, and he would always have them on rotation playing. And if he wasn't playing them over the radio or the player, he was playing them with his fiddle, and he would teach them to me or call me over the weekend and hum the newest Calvin tune that he had heard on the radio. That's the thing about Calvin's music is he's earned a permanent spot in everyone's home who loves old-time fiddle music. And either if you're a fiddle player or a guitar player, the feel in his music is the want to get up and dance. He just got it. So I just want to thank Calvin for having me on the show. It's always an honor to have the best of the best ask you to join him for a few tunes. This next tune is one that Calvin composed for me called The Michael Odette's Reel. And he really captured my love for Métis fiddle music in the first part. And the rest of the tune is just pure Calvin. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Thanks again.
Hey, Michael, I'm so thrilled that you like the tune that I've composed for you. It does remind me of you. And yes, it's got some Calvinisms in it for sure. You played it wonderfully. Thank you so much. Got time for one more tune in today's episode. Hope you all have enjoyed it. Gonna do an old traditional tune that I recorded on an album many years ago called Tunes from My Past. I love the swing stuff. Here I've invited a few of my buddies, some close personal friends, to join me on this. This is called the Oscar Stones Rag. See you next month, everybody.
By golly, folks, well, that was a great show, Calvin. Reminded me of the good old days right there. Hey, friends and neighbors, do us a favor and click on that subscribe button on Calvin's YouTube channel, and then you'll get notified when the next episode gets released. Because I know you ain't going to want to miss any. And don't forget to tell all your friends about the show. Well, that's it for now, folks. Until next month, take care, stay safe, and have a good day. See you at the next Calvin Vollrath Fiddle Jubilee. Yeah!